Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back once again because people voted for it. I don't know why. Win streak of 9. When did that happen? I think I made the same joke last time because it's usually pretty, long in between runs of Monster Train. Although Stygian Guard Exile Umbra is a very easy, good build. Buff debuff Seraph kind of sucks, but Damage Shield Bombs kind of suck. But this is a good build. Basically, how I build this one is Frostbite, ideally, on Soul Guard. You turn him into a tank, and then he just eats every single morsel and becomes a goddamn superhero. Units cost -2 is real nice, depending on the units that we want to add to the deck. And honestly, Stewards being buffed is not that bad either. They're going to be cheap, they're going to be strong, they're going to be decent scalers, we can put morsels in front of them. This is a good way of getting through the early game. Draw is nice, but, a couple of buffed up Train Stewards is not bad. Even on, Divinity, I'll play a couple of Train Stewards just to get them out of the deck. So do you want Action Shard or Phased? I would say the 45-45. I would say so. The North says, I voted for Monster Train because Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers looked pretty bad with that thief fellow from last run, and I grew out of the potty humor of Isaac like 25 years ago. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of potty humor. You're right about the thief, though. F that guy. I'd rather have the stats, man, especially 45-45 when we start giving him morsels. I'll take Phased. If it gives me the opportunity for Frostbite, I might double take. I might take one of each, but for right now, a 45-45 is pretty good, and we can almost get enough spells out immediately. We should have played you first. That's a mistake, but I will just play morsels. You live. You do damage. If you get eaten, that's ideal because we'll get energy out of it, so I'll play those. Unfortunately, we drew none of our Train Stewards early, which would have been a really nice thing to draw. That's okay. Here's our Train Stewards. This Collector is gonna get away. Never mind. And then honestly, we can play all of our units. So you might as well. A 50-50 body, it's a really good unit for... it's not gonna be able to kill you. This will though. It's a really good unit for, giving lifesteal, putting buffs on them. I don't know, just do whatever. So I would very much like to get as many of those types of morsels as possible out. You're dead off of 2 Train Stewards. That's the power of Train Stewards that have multi-strike and HP. They're not great units, but they're enough to carry us for a little while, for a few combats. Offering Token's not bad. The draw discard allows us to get more incants going. Immortal Trade, Antumbra, Making of a Morsel. And I like a Making of a Morsel. The Morsel is good and it's another incanter, which we're gonna need. Stygian unit or Umbra unit. I would prefer a Sweeper because Soul Guard can probably eat a lot of the morsels and be pretty potent. Cheap upgrades on the Train Stewards would also be really nice to pick up. So I think we're gonna go to the right path. Endless is not ideal. These are both pretty bad, like real bad. I kind of don't want to take either. Yeah, like Incant Rage, it's not enough. I think I'm gonna skip and just take the gold. Because like we have Train Stewards. The Train Stewards are better, kind of. upgrade his spell to cost -2. That's not bad on the sap. We have really nothing to engage packed. You know, we can make the train stewards better, but why? Hey, you found it in bullet hell. Welcome and thank you for the resubscription. Chat, how are you doing? I'm having a good day today, bullet hell, Kaka. I hope you're having a good day as well. Tell me all about what you're up to. Let's reroll. Another layer of multi-strike. I don't think I want this. I think I'd rather just like buff them up. Like, you can take this one. You can take this one. We have 2 train stewards that are like relatively strong. Why not? Spikes is no problem. Found it in Bill L says, I'm about to go to sleep sadly. What are you, tired or something? You're not supposed to be tired. Get out there and play more Isaac. Isaac? I guess I would like to have you. I would also like to have you. I'd also like to have you. I guess we're just gonna put down all of our morsels. I guess it's best to do like this. And then get another morsel. And then we don't need to draw a discard up there, draw a discard down here. This is exactly what I wanted, because now I can buff Train Steward. Beautiful. Well, if the morsels actually live, which they're not really going to, but that's okay. And we only have 1 unit that actually gets gorged, which is beautiful. Like, that's totally fine. Okay, I mean, we're not guaranteed to be able to play this, but whatever, it's not gonna matter. You're dead anyways. Founded says, I'd love to play Fallout 4 right now, but I'd have to wake up in 5 hours. Now that's a game I haven't heard of in a long time. I haven't thought of Fallout 4 in forever. I never did play that. I didn't own it. I played Fallout 3. The combat in Fallout 3 was very jank. It seemed better in 4, but the story was worse. And so I was like, I don't know, I'm just not interested. I would love me an immortal trade. Keep our champion alive as much as possible. Our deck sucks. Rather, our units kind of suck right now. We could dupe a unit or a card, but everything we have in the deck is garbage. So I think I'm just gonna go for a unit and hope for a good unit. Eel Gorgon. Now we're talking. Okay. I'll take me an Eel Gorgon. And then what's the meld? Multi-strike and it costs 1 more. I could put that in a Train Steward, but I could also copy 5 Eel Gorgons, which is a terrible deal. Or is it? It is definitely a terrible deal. Okay, geez, I don't know. There's nothing to copy 5 times. I guess copy... I don't want a second Eel Gorgon, I just want to buff 1. Copy offering token? 5 offering tokens? It's a lot of incanting. I think I just take 5 offering tokens. We should have upgraded them. We should have upgraded them for anything, but whatever. It's fine, probably. 5 upgraded Antumbra Assaults would have been better. I misplayed this one severely, I feel. but that's okay. You know, we'll make do. It's still a weird run, a strange deck. But if we can meld these Eel Gorgons and start buffing them up with gorging, that's fine. But it's kind of hard because the Soul Guard's in the front usually. It's like I could put an Eel Gorgon down somewhere. It's just gonna die, but you know, I can put it here and then it'll do some damage behind Soul Guard, I guess. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but what's done is done. Honestly, like, you'll be unleashed next turn. I'm just gonna frostbite you for a bit. I don't know where this deck is going. I really don't. Eel Gorgon does not really scale in damage the way I need Eel Gorgon to scale in damage. On the bright side, our train stewards are doing a great job. Maybe, you know, Rage would not have been good either. I guess we could have, okay. I did this wrong. We should have taken the Rage Siren because we could have put Eel Gorgon inside of the Rage Siren, which would have given them another stack of multi-strike. We would have had one more from the shop, and then we would have an incant floor. We currently have an incant floor, but it's gonna take too long to actually scale up. And Eel Gorgon doesn't have any stats. So really, what we're looking for is, we're looking for the one, whatever. The one minion that gains 6/6 every turn, that would be the perfect melding inside of the Eel Gorgon. That's what we're looking for, I think. Like, the run is still good, but it could definitely be better to a large degree, I feel. The North says, I preferred the gunplay in Fallout 3 and Vegas over 4. It just seemed very jank in 3, but I suppose I didn't play enough of 3 to really kind of work around the jank sometimes. It just seemed very jank, you know what I mean? Maybe it was also like having to rely on VATS all the time and stuff like that. Seemed like, from what I remember about 3, I couldn't hit anything unless I was in VATS. Okay, you can get better morsels. I guess 1 damage shield is the best there. We're gonna be fine, because our champion does enough damage. I mean, he has 50 HP. But I want to do something with these Gorgons, I just don't know what to do with them. Shroud Mitosis is real good. This is the unit that I wanted! We've done it! Morsel Baker showed up. And then, is there a duplicator? Because what I want now is a duplicator, so that I can have 2 Eel Gorgons on the same floor. But I guess we can always do that later. So what do we want first? We don't need energy. We don't need, well, draw is good. Capacity though, for more morsels, yeah, okay, I think you go capacity here. That was an unbelievable get, and I think we do want to go Merchant of Steel, so we can buff our unit and remove some cards. And this is what we wanted. This has gone so perfectly, I'm kind of mad. Because it shouldn't have worked. I should have lost because of my bad play. Instead, I think we're gonna be just fine. We've got a scaling morsel, Eel Gorgon. who is also going to be large, and there's going to be room on the top floor for morsels behind the champion. You're your own damn tank, though, I gotta be honest. "10 stacks of shard, remove phased, or apply frostbite per shard to the enemy unit." I mean, we can wait because our Eel Gorgon is so strong, I think. Give me the phase. Now, the train stewards are free to play. I like that. The offering tokens are free draw discards. I guess you get rid of the foregone power. And then how do you buff Eel Gorgon? With health or damage? Damage is not going to be a problem. You probably buff the health to make sure they can live. But it's an extra 10 damage per attack. But we might have a few turns before our champion comes out. I'm gonna buff their health. I would like to remove the other train stewards at some point. Enemies enter with spell shield 2. I don't really do spell damage that often, so go ahead. They haste, which sucks, but that's fine, we'll deal. They also do a lot of damage, but that's fine. We have Eel Gorgons. I think we're gonna play top. That's actually a fine play because the Ember Drain will be removed at the end of the turn, so it doesn't matter. We'll get some more cells. Shroud Mitosis is pretty nice for this. They're gonna make it up to hit the pyre once. There's nothing I can do about that. Can't quite get enough damage dealt. And we have not unlocked our champion yet, so rip. Yeah, that's a nasty hit. I'm not incanting as quickly as maybe I would like to. But once we get the incants out there, nothing's gonna make it through the top floor. You're all dead. In that case, stop rushing. We gotta really work on this deck, and we're gonna need... Actually, I would kind of just like to play 2 of these and look for a lifesteal. We're gonna need... better spells in the deck. The units, I think, are fine. We're gonna need the spells, though. I would prefer you to not skip the middle... I would prefer you to skip the middle floor so you don't do as much damage. You're gonna be a tough one to kill, though, but I think we have enough damage. Let's start with the draw discard. One lifesteal morsel is pretty much what we're hoping for. Might as well do 147 damage. We didn't play our good train stewards, but that's fine. And you're dead, beautiful. Might as well make it a little bit easier. Oh look, Immortal Trade, you're living forever. Oh look, more lifesteal. I like this. We're gonna duplicate that unit as soon as we can. Well, there's a spell. We want spells. It's 44 damage 3 times. Too many enemies have spell shield, though. Shroud Mitosis, once again. I mean, we have a lot of morsels. This is not bad. But Grovel might be better just to get more morsels, because our only morsel generators are really shade splitters and making of a morsel, but we can draw them super quickly. I'll take a second Shroud Mitosis. I am filling up the deck. We're gonna take draw as soon as we can. God, now I would love to dupe this unit 5 times, but we're not gonna be able to. I guess remove more cards. We could go for a relic, but give me that removal. Spell weakness 2 or infinite energy. Remove consume, plus 10 magic power. Make a spell cheaper. Permafrost. Permafrost on the making of a morsel. Guardian's Amulet, Immortal Trade, always good. Permafrost, a Shroud Mitosis, just so we can play it more appropriately. You know, like wait for a good morsel to duplicate, basically. And because we need to play so many spells, I kind of want to get rid of the Train Stewards, but Forgotten Power is also like real bad. And then we're done. Intrinsic. Making of a morsel, always good. Shroud Mitosis, not that necessary. I mean, I hope this deck is currently good enough. I don't know. You are the worst enemy, but hopefully we can live. Well, on the bright side, here's a morsel miner. Ow! 13 damage. Is enough. You sweep and you're gonna kill a morsel, so I should not have played the morsel, but, you know, it is what it is. I will just discard, and I will discard, and I will discard, and I will play this, and I will play this. Just playing as many spells as I can. I'd like to not have the champion be a 15 coster, a 15 incanter, but you know, it's not that bad. Already unlocked? You know, maybe we can... We're not quick, so you're gonna actually sweep and kill all my morsels. We're not actually that bad off. We're not really doing anything with our other floors, so more Gorgons would be very much appreciated. Dump you. Didn't get a single morsel generator. That's fine. We are gonna take draw after this. We need the draw. You do 4 damage. There you go. I would prefer it if you died, but maybe we can kill you next turn with a spell. If you do 30 damage, hopefully we can just out-heal it. Guardian's Amulet's pretty good there. Very much unnecessary, though. We want you to have more health. This doesn't really accomplish that much. I think if we put 2 Eel Gorgons on the same floor, we'd be happy. Which we could do if we take Capacity and play them on the middle floor on Divinity, but we could also put them on the top floor, and then once we draw Immortal Trade, they can heal, and then we won't get the penalty from it. So that's a possibility. Holdover on Immortal Trade would be freaking fantastic. You know what? Good spell's coming up. Don't draw them. So that's kind of what I'm looking for there. There you go. Now we have, you know, 600 damage from our Eel Gorgon every turn. I mean, that's what we want. Titan's Tooth Glacial Seal. Preserve is a free spell that I like. Cave in every turn is also really nice to get everyone on the same floor, stacking up damage, stacking up incants. But a Crucible Extension means we can just play more morsels. We don't really need to play more morsels if we can duplicate the morsels, but it's still good. This is still good. This is still good. They're all good. We tend to have enough energy. I mean, if I can just descend, you know, in case we get a holdover, I'm taking a cave in. All right, we can go Merchant of Magic now, duplicate next, and then there's a duplicate right at the Merchant of Magic. Gives us the most opportunities to pick up a holdover. We would like to hold that over, or a Mortal Trade, That's probably better because it's free. Regardless, we're gonna go Merchant of Magic. Blights and Scourges cost 0. This boss does add them to our deck. That would be nice, but we do create energy. Daze when they enter the top floor. It saves a lot of health on our units, but we have healing, so that's not that important. But why not? You know, take some of the edge off. Double stack. We don't need more lifesteal. We don't need more sap either. I will make Cave-In cheaper. I will make Flash Freeze a little stronger. Holdover! So yeah, I think you want it on a Mortal Trade. Because every turn, you can get it, which you can play on an Eel Gorgon, which is an incant. One of them will heal, and they'll both do more damage once we duplicate them. That seems perfect. Cave-In is also good because you can cave them into the same floor, but you have to play on the other floor. I think a Mortal Trade is a little bit better here. But again, they're both good, but I think this is a little bit better. And we can cave them in behind the champion super easily. Yeah, I actually really like that. So is there a, in case we can make, we don't want to make Cave-In intrinsic. I guess it being free is not bad. So, sure, be free. You want to be free? I will purge a Train Steward. We don't need him anymore. We gotta start working him down. In fact, you know what? We want spells. The only thing we want is spells in the deck right now. We don't even need spells. We need only, like, offering tokens so that we can specifically incant as many times as possible, and then that's it. You guys need to be down here to work down the enemies, because they're gonna add a lot of garbage. Doesn't this work? Yep, we get energy. I'll take it. Goodbye, Cave-In. See, I think, you know, top floor divinity is definitely a possibility. What is this? What is this? This is the most garbage I've ever seen. Still have a lot of energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can play everything. I can still play everything. Maybe we should have played bottom floor because there's gonna be a lot of garbage added to our deck. Like 3 or 4 cards every turn. Yeah, that could have been a little bit better, but I think we'll still be okay. Because for the most part, we have the necessary energy to play them all. And we managed to kill them with some of our spells. We have weak spells, but they're good enough. There's our energy next turn. Holdover, Immortal Trade. Permafrost Holdover, Immortal Trade is also pretty good. Because if we don't need to play it, why play it? Da-da-da-da. Kill you. If you're not dead, we incant. Look at this unit, 80 damage already. Now I can't really do anything else with my energy, but that's fine. We gotta get rid of the other discard Foregone Power, because we don't ever want to play it and discard Immortal Trade. That would be too unfortunate if it happened. That's what I was looking for. Still gotta purge some cards. No reason to play Immortal Trade. Everything being dazed on the top floor means we can really stall on playing that Immortal Trade, which is nice. 13 damage. Yes. Guess I'd rather just like freeze a Shade Splitter. No reason to play anything else. This seems like a great turn to stall. You're taking 1,660 damage, and I haven't even done anything yet. I would very much like to get, we should dump Cave. I would very much like to get a duplicator, which is not gonna happen. That being said, it doesn't matter. 800 damage every turn. We're gonna be fine, I think. Siren Song, Ascend. Deal damage to the front enemy unit, Blazing Bolts. I mean, do we need a spell? Not really. We don't need directed spell damage. I think we skip these. And then I think we go draw so we can get through the deck faster, because we need to play as many spells as possible. I would like to duplicate. Remove is nice as well, so we can dump probably just a Shade Splitter. Playing an Offering Token is totally fine, and then we have some spells that do damage. Yeah, dump a Shade. If we draw the... I mean, the Train Stewards need to go as well, probably. Frostbite or 200-200. We can afford to stall to get 15 stacks, I think. The first few waves might sneak through, but I think we want the stats. If one wave makes it through, I'm not that worried. I do like an intrinsic Immortal Trade. Just starting with it solves that little bit of problem with the RNG. Also gets us very close to enough packed shards. Greatest spell costs -2. I think I'll just save, and then if I have to duplicate something, I'll just duplicate something else. I'll duplicate my unit again. Oh no, I'll duplicate another Immortal Trade. Oh no. And this is not bad at all. The Ember Drain doesn't affect our units. Well, it doesn't affect the Eel Gorgons. We can't play Caven, unfortunately, but we can play the Eel Gorgon. I think we play them... Do you play them both on the same floor? They'll be able to kill this guy. We could... Okay. I think you just play Eel Gorgon. And that's wild, but I think it'll work. So we don't need a Shade Split up here. We'll Shade Split here. Work on our champion. Lifesteal Morsel's pretty good. I can't give you lifesteal. Okay, don't do that then. Do we need lifesteal? I think we can wait until it comes back around. Because enemies are gonna be dazed, actually. Yeah. So don't even play it. It's an incant every turn, but we don't need an incant. We need incants here every turn. Here, it should be fine. You just play enough cards until he dies, and then you move to a different floor. Dun, 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 dun. Guess I'll just permafrost this. Like, it's kind of working. I don't even want to play a morsel. Okay, we need to incant. That's fair. I don't really care about the train stewards right now. You're not dead yet? Now you're dead. You don't need more morsels. Play a spell here. I'm telling you, one day I will get this champion out. Not like we need to, because the Eel Gorgons are crushing it. And, you know, at this point, I could descend and then play everything on the same damn floor, because why not? But nothing will be dazed. Having him behind a 200 tank, though, is still pretty good. In fact, I can put him behind a train steward who's gonna tank a lot of the shots. Shot. I think he'd do that. Like, play a train steward, cave in, and then we can just start playing spells. Oh, we should have played a morsel too. That's silly. We are gonna be Ember Drain next turn, because I'm a fool. But that's okay. Dump you. 4 more incants on that floor and everything's dead. Oh, you know, you did make it up, I guess. You're gonna hit the pyre a few times for 2, so that was a mistake, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. You're dead. What would I like to have next turn? Don't know. I guess hold this over. I have done this so weirdly. I think it'll be fine, but it was a very strange play that I ended up making. Pyre actually did take more damage than I thought because of the spikes. I did forget about that. You got me. I don't really want you to live any longer, but I might as well play more spells on you. Because it's like, it's not like I can do anything else. I mean, you're taking 700 damage. That's pretty good. I did make an 84, 85 train steward or whatever the hell it was. These were not as strong of Eel Gorgons as we've had in the past, though, but it was still a fine fight. We took some damage. Whatever. No. You know, Shroud Spike is tempting, but I don't think we need it. I think the deck works totally fine. Champion gains health, consume deals damage to the front enemy unit, champion gains attack. I don't even know if these work, but if they do, a 400 HP champion would be funny. I just don't know if it's gonna target the champion because they're phased, but if they don't, it's not really a big problem. Forge abilities trigger an additional time. I need to look at a morsel. Eaten. So that's not gonna work, because it's not a gorge ability. We don't even consume a lot of cards, so we'll, we don't need magic power. This is an awful assortment of relics. We might just pay for lots of removal. I can make a Guardian's Amulet free to play, but with our discards, we don't need it to be free to play. Another Permafrost Shroud Mitosis. A cheap Guardian's Amulet. A reroll. I just don't know. You know, a 4-sap is a little bit better. Not like we need it, but what are we? I guess we're gonna spend the money on removal because we just don't need anything else. And I don't think we need a third Eel Gorgon, but another Immortal Trade is amazing because it's full health every turn on Eel Gorgon plus 2 incants. And we don't have to play him, we can always just discard him. So I'm like, go ahead and dupe that. 95 pack shards. I mean, I gotta get to 100, so I'll put piercing on the consume Antumbra. There you go. For you, that's what I'll do. And we will purge. Don't need all these shade splitters. Probably don't need all these offering tokens either. Probably don't need the train stewards. Probably dump 2 of those. Yeah. Can I afford to? No, I can afford 1 more removal. Remove a. Remove an offering token? We have too many. There you go. Why not? Why not? What else are we gonna do with our money? Nothing. Buff debuff Seraph does not affect us pretty much at all. I'll save the Do I discard the champion? We don't need the champion. You probably discard 1 Immortal Trade. You don't need 2. You still probably play the champion. We'll start getting the incants going on him. I'm not gonna not play him, I don't think. That's too funny though. You're dead? All right. This is the perfect time for a cave-in. He does have 420 HP. I guess you cave in? And then they're gonna be behind Soul Guard every turn? That you live is very surprising to me. That he's gonna have 33 HP and hit the pyre once. It's not a big problem. Well, you know, I can kill you with that at least. But it's not a big problem. But the lifesteal's not even high enough. Everything's dead. Beautiful. Guess you just dump the morsels. Gives you the energy to play one more spell. I guess with multi-strike, the lifesteal's way better. You're not out yet, huh? You will be soon. I do believe in that. You know what I need? I need like another... Now you're out. I need like another few draw upgrades. You know what we should have taken? When you play 3 cards, you get 1 draw. That should have been the first to play, shouldn't it? I'm regretting it at this stage of the game. I'm like, man, I really would have preferred to have that. This is a really good turn. We don't need damage shield. I guess give me a butt ton of energy. You're dying to the sweep. Whatever. Get out of here. Get out of my hand. Get out of my deck. I didn't want you anyways. Cave in a billion morsels time. Yeah, if only I realized there was sweep happening. I guess let's start freezing some cards. Get you guys out of my deck. We're gonna need cards later. Whatever. Everyone's dead. Beautiful. Let's start playing the Immortal Trades. We're gonna need cards when we actually want to start hitting the boss, because we need to incant as many times as possible on that one specific turn. Mortal Trade. Might as well. It's a bad time for Cave-In, but I can still play it. No, I can't. You have Ember Drain. Damn it. One day I will get that Cave-In to be playable. I don't think we're gonna do this on Divinity. I think I'm just gonna play the Eel Gorgons in front on the top floor because they're gonna heal the full every turn. Yeah, that's probably what we're gonna do. Second Immortal Trade's coming up. And then honestly, just gonna preserve you. We're gonna have a full hand, so we can play a lot of cards. And actually, we don't need to Immortal Trade the Gorgons now. We can actually Immortal Trade Soul Guard, and Soul Guard's gonna crush. So you know what? On Divinity, I'll play the Eel Gorgons on the top, and I'll descend them once we have the champion unlocked. Because at this point, like, he can't die. He's immortal. He's got the health for it. He's got the damage for it too, but he's also got the health for it. Eel Gorgons aren't quite scaling as much as I need them to, but they have enough damage. God, I hate the sounds though. They generally have enough damage. Gain 7 damage on Relentless. Okay. Oh, you guys suck. You didn't get enough shard. It would have been the books as disposable. Every time I try to go for the book, I regret it, I feel, because the book isn't that good, actually. I wish the book was better, but the book needs to be better, but it ain't. No. And I'm very sad about that, because I want it to be good. It's just, I can never figure out how to make it good. All right. You need those next turn. We could Immortal Trade here to get more incanting. These guys they don't scale in damage, so that's totally viable. We don't need damage up here, we need damage here. This is a horrible draw, but it'll still be fine, I think. Because I can play this, I can play this, I can play this, a couple of incants on our champion. Oh, but they gain so many damage shields now. I'm an idiot. Well, it's 11. All right, well, can't discard, so we might as well play you. And we might as well start playing up here. Okay, we're not taking that much damage anymore. That was awkward, though. All right. Still working on Soul Guard. He's a bit of a slower burn than I thought he would be. If we can get Cave in, we can put everything on the middle floor and start incanting there. But it's max capacity, so probably not ideal. But it is starting to get a little bit problematic, I'll admit. Okay, this is enough spells up here. I don't really want to Shroud Mitosis here. It's gonna be so tanky. Flash Freeze doesn't even kill you. Do I have another spell coming up? I've got the piercing one, so that'll kill you next turn. Because you have 15 health, and it's an incant, I'm gonna do that. And then you know what? I'll just preserve this so I can play it next turn. Thankfully we have the daze doesn't matter, they don't do any damage, but I hope we have enough damage here, because right now, Soul Guard has done nothing at all. And if we're not caving in every turn, we gotta make sure we kill this guy next turn, so I don't even know if I can play it. Again, Soul Guard is a slow burn right now. I like this. Start here. I'm not going to be playing Caven. You're going to have 114 HP. It is what it is. I mean, we do 500 damage. Hopefully we can kill you. You're going to live, you're going to hit the pyre a couple of times. I mean, I hope we can kill, you know, the boss. It's starting to look a little bit sketchy. Our Eel Gorgons are scaling, it's just a little slow because they're not being gorged. And I can't seem to afford to, you know, I can cave in here. No, that would be bad. I can't seem to afford to cave in at any point in time because it's gonna stack up one floor too much. So I need to drop this. Oh, I don't even know if we have enough damage here to kill him. I think we're gonna die on this guy, and it's gonna be unfortunate, but it's still a fun run. Because he's gonna do 15 damage. We can do 160 with the pyre. 460 plus 160. You know, it's not enough. He's got 200 HP. And I can't incant another time because these spells don't let me do it. I could descend him, but I'm not going to be able to do anything else. He's going to be stuck behind these units. He's going to not take any damage. He's going to make it up next turn and then go up and then kill me. So I'm looking at it here and I'm like, there's still not enough. But you got to do something. So we'll descend you. Shroud Mitosis. You're taking 44 damage, I guess. We just didn't have enough damage. Maybe we should have caved in a long time ago and tried to get the scaling going, but why did you do it on this floor? That's just stupid. All right. We would have had enough shard to get the champion out too. I'm fine with it. It was a fun run. I gotta play, I think I need to play more Monster Train because when I go into a run like this and I'm like, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, I make the mistakes that start scaling and getting bad. You know, mistakes keep being compounded during the course of a run. It was still very fun, but yeah, the champion, it's too long. 15 incant, unless you have a huge incant build that you're focusing on its floor, you can't split your incants, which is what I was doing. I had the old Gorgons on another floor, and I didn't play Cave in the first time it showed up. If I played it, we would have taken a lot of damage. If we would have lived, we could have probably popped Soul Guard, had an extra 200 damage. But that's fine. It was a fun run. And for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support the channel at the various links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train.